Well, hello there, my night owls. This is Audrey Codner from ACG Math Tutoring. So, I know I usually don't go on at this time, but hey, this is a desperate time, desperate measure type of situation. So, I need you guys to help me save my home. My goal is $500, so I need your assistance. I've been coming here on TikTok helping you break down concepts. Some of you guys have passed your GEDs because of my skill set, so I definitely need your help now. So, what is going on? It's going to be me coming on multiple times throughout the day until I reach my goal. I got 7 days to reach my goal. So, in order for me to do what I need to break down these concepts as soon as possible. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be breaking down a lot of basic skill stuff that is seen on the GED. Now, even though I'm focusing on the GED, a lot of this skill set can work for the ASVAB, can work for the ACCUPLACER, can work for math in general. So sit back, relax, get your Cash App open and ready because we are going to need everything. All prayer warriors, everybody. Okay? So I need for you to tap, I need for you to share, I need for you just to really hunker down. So let's get to it. So go ahead. Let's see if we can tap up for me. I love a lot of people are coming in. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. All I need is just a little bit of love so the FYP know that I exist. Okay, go ahead and give a little tap. That's all right. Don't be stingy with your love. So what we're going to do, there we go. Thank you, babies. Let's get it going. Let's see if we can get it up to like 100 and then we can get ourselves started. Go ahead with the tipsy and the tapsy. So if you are going after the GED, put it in the chat. Just write GED if you're going for it. If you already did it and you still need to raise your score up, still put GED into the chat. All right. Okay, hey Jess, how are you? Hello, Melody. Yes, we are here. Let's see if we can save this home. All right, so basic skill set. So with the basic skill set, right now we're going to be looking at place value. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on, but right now I want to start with place value because a lot of students still get this incorrect. Now, when you have your decimal point, okay, you definitely read it as and. So like if I had say $11, so my one of the ones is in the tens, the other one is a 1. So think about it. If I wanted to make $1, I can have a $10 bill and a dollar bill to make my 11. But then if I have some change left over, I use the decimal point to say the word and. So $11 and how many cents? Could be like 7 cents. All right. So taking a look at this, then we're going to be looking at our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, our 10,000s, 100,000s and millions, right? So the one thing when you're going in the opposite direction, this is not once. We don't have once. Once does not exist. Okay? So when we start going down, we're looking at our tenths, then our hundredths, thousandths with a TH at the end, 10,000ths, and so on. All right, so if I were to look at one of our numbers, and let me zoom in. That's a big zoom. Okay, so if I may, I'm looking at this number, 1,436,879. I know, even I sometimes slip up and says that. Right? Trust me, bless RN, I'm telling you, they will come up with those once. I don't know where. All right. So now we're just really trying to understand the placeholders. So instead of looking at this whole entire paper, let me just cover this part up so we can really focus in on what will be the identities. So we wanted to know, for the first example, was 100,000s. Notice there's no TH, okay? So that means there is any decimal place. So 100,000. So 6 will cover the 1,000, but the 100 of the 1,000 is going to be our 4, okay? So that's why our answer of 4 is already here, because 4 is in the 100,000th position. So if I wanted to say the hundreds, which digit will represent the hundreds? Go ahead, put it in the chat. Hello, Antonia. How are you? Okay. All right. Shane is saying 8. Do we agree? And this is the one thing. Even though I'm here a little bit later, don't be shy. If you're not sure, remember, question marks is also a good answer. Okay? So go ahead, let's see it up there. All right, so Shane said 8. Nicole said 8. Hey, Jess. Jess said 8. Good. All right. So when we get to the hundreds, yes, 8 is going to be in that 100 spot. What will be in the ones spot? Okay. Yes, Antonia said 8. Good. All right, Shane. So number 3, you're saying 7 for number 3 in the ones spot? Okay. So Antonia says 9. Jess says 9. It's going to be 9 because 9 is in the one spot. Okay. What's representing in the millions? Okay, in the millions. There we go. Good, Antonia. Good, Shane. There we go. So, how do I know it's in the millions? Trust me, after 3 and another 3, the next digit will give me my million. So that will be my 1. How about the thousands? What number will be in the thousands? Well, see, here's the thing, David. Not everyone had the opportunity like you and I did when we were in school. So we have to start from the very beginning, because these are the things that keeps people separate, away from achieving the greatness that they need to achieve. All right, so for the thousands, not the 10,000s, just the thousands. So we have Jess is saying 6. Okay, John is just going to be one of those digits. Let's see which one. Johnson. Let's see which one of those 2 digits is going to be. All right, and then Christ Child, welcome on in. You're saying 6 as well. Okay, can we see the number? Surely. Let's see if I can unzoom just a hair so you can see everything. Okay, so you got your 6. All right, thank you. So for the thousands, it is 6. Now, the tens. What will be in the position of the tens? So what will be in that position of the tens? Yep, if there is a decimal place there, yes, there will. That will end in the THs. Correct. All right. Is it Kaya? Okay, so Kaya is saying 7. Jess saying 7. Christ Child saying 7. Antonia saying 7. Excellent job, guys. All right, how about 10,000s? 10,000s. What digit is that? Okay, what digit will be in the 10,000s? Okay, so Antonia's saying 3. Kaya's saying 3. Jess saying 3. MJ, how are you? Saying 3. Christ Child saying 3. Excellent. Okay, so place values is going to be important, especially when they come into some kind of rounding. Okay, good. Is that Yvonne Stone? If it is, very good. You got 3. Okay. So it's very important to get to those placeholders, because when it comes to the rounding, that's a part that a lot of people mess up on. Now, before we get to the next part, as I said earlier, I am short $500. I'm not asking for one person to do all of that. That is crazy. Okay, so I am looking at either you guys are tapping, you're sharing the screen, you're sharing the live, you are actually presenting yourself, or if you want to even just donate $1 to my Cash App or my Venmo, that will be amazing. Okay, so even if you could just drop $1 into it, that will be amazing. I have 7 days to basically make that adjustment, right? 7 days. Right. Good, Antonia. Yes, you want to think of it as money. So like anything to the right of the decimal, that is going to be almost like your change. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So that was the whole thing. So now, as we're sitting here, we're talking, we're dissing, we're moving. Okay, let's see if we can get this up to like 1.5. We're very close to it. Okay, very close to it. So we can kind of work on how to round some of these numbers. Okay, awesome. 1.6. See, I'm not too greedy. All right, so we have certain situations. Let me get this side in here. So when we want to round, and this is the part that throws some people off here and there. Okay, so if we take a look, so when we round 544 to the nearest hundreds, so this is what people think. They think, okay, oh, that 5 is 5 and above, so that means I'm going to add 1 to the 5, so that means it has to be 600. No. Okay, so when you're looking at rounding to the nearest 100, you need to look at the previous position, which was the tens position. So if that 10, if it's 5 and above, meaning it's a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that means you're going to add 1 to the 5 to make it into the 600. But in this case, we got a 4. So if it's 4 and below, that means 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That means we're not going to do anything. So this is actually going to be going to be 500. Okay, so it will stay the same. Good, adding those zeros. There you go. Hey JB, thank you so much for sharing the live. There we go. All right, so when you're looking, if they tell you the nearest hundreds, that means you're looking at the tens. If they're telling you to round to the tens, you're looking at the ones. If they're telling you to round to the nearest whole number, you're looking at the tenths. TH at the end, THS. So round 76 to the nearest 10. Okay, so as I said, if they want us to go to the 10, that means I need to look at the 1. I need to look at the previous one. All right, so when we are rounding, so Jess is saying 80. Okay, Bill is saying 80. Antonia is saying we need to go up. Good. Okay, so if anything, we need to go up, because if I look in the 1 spot, that 6 is definitely bigger than 5. So 5 and above, we're going to give it a shove. So that means we're going to add 1 to that 7. So that will make it an 8, and then you add the appropriate 0. Okay, so it is going to be 80. Good job, guys. All right, very nicely done. All right, keep sharing, keep tapping as much as you can. All right, it's late night. What are you doing? What else? You're not doing much of anything. Let's go. Okay, so round 1,058 to the nearest 100. Okay, put in the chat, what do you think the answer is? Round to the nearest 100. Okay, Bill's saying 1,100. Antonia's saying 5 goes up. Okay, Jess is saying 1,100. Kaya is saying 500. Antonia's saying 1,100. Okay, Ben is saying 1,100. Welcome in. Hey, Cookie, saying 1,100. Okay, so I have a little mixture of 1,100 and okay, Kai went back to 1,100. Okay, I hope you weren't being peer pressured. Okay, so Jellyfish is saying 5 moves the 0 up to 1,100. Okay, Chrissy's saying 1. I want to say Yvonne is saying 1,100. Thought we were on 8. Oh, okay. All right, Lala. Hello, Lala. How are you? You're saying 1,100. Good. All right. So if we're rounding to the nearest 100, that means I need to look at the tenth. So the tens is a 5. So if it's 5 and above, we're going to give it a shove. So that means we're going to add 1 to that 0. So that will make it 1,100. Excellent. All right. Okay, good job, Halloween fans. Good. All right, 5 and up goes up, 4 and below stays the same. Yep. All right, so let's shift over to number 11. So round 11,632 to the nearest 1,000. Okay, to the nearest 1,000. Go ahead and put in the chat. Let's see what you got. Oh, I'm sorry, Dre. I skipped you. Yep, you're right with the 1,100. Good job. Okay. So we got 12,000. Kai is saying 12,000. Lala is 12,000. Cookie 12,000. Dre 12,000. Is that Shike? Shike job? At 12,000. Howie, 12K. Daniel, hello, Daniel. 12K. Antonia to 12K. So 6 means go up. Good. So if I'm rounding to the 1,000, all right, Jordan. Okay, advanced math. Go ahead. Yes, Halloween fans, good job. All right, so if we're rounding to the thousands, that means we need to look at the 100. So the 100 was a 6, so that's 5 and above. We're going to give it a shove. So that is your 12,000. All right, number 12, what do we got? Round 1,525 to the nearest 1,000. Okay, so Dre saying 2,000, Daniel 2,000, Howie 2K, Jess 2,000, Isaac, you have a question, took your GED, okay, never went back, have to take it again. No, if they recorded your GED for the English, they should already have that. Now, how long ago was it? Now, if it was like 20 years ago, yeah, you're going to have to. So it's like you never went back. Okay, Kaya 2,000. Halloween fans. What are you doing, Halloween fans? No. Try it again, Halloween fans. Lala 2,000. Okay, Shike 2,000. There you go, Halloween fans. I knew you got it. Texas Finest. Look at you. 2-3 years ago, I think it should be all right. So you can continue on. Yeah, you can continue on. So you should be fine. Okay, thank you, Antonia. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yes, I need you guys. I need you, I need you, I need you. Okay, I figured that. Hey, Janice, how are you? All right. So, if anything, round to the nearest 1,000, that means we're looking in the 100 spot. So, it was 5 and above, we're going to give it a shove. So, instead of 1,000, it's going to be 2,000. All right. Last one right here for this section. So round 84 to the nearest 100. Okay. All right, so Dre saying 100. Is that Coda saying 100? Jess saying 100. Daniel saying 100. Psych saying 80. Saying 100. Emily saying 100. Psych saying 100. Switching back. Okay. Lala saying 100. Janice saying 80. Okay. 100 for Halloween fans. Luckily keeping it 100. All right. Let's see. Terry is saying 80. Okay. All right. So let's think about the ruling. So they want us to round to the nearest 100. So that means I should be looking at the tens. Yes, 84, you have your tens and you have your ones. So since that 8 is bigger than 5, we're going to add 1. And you're probably saying add 1 to what? We don't necessarily have to put the 0 there as a placeholder, but it can be there. So if I'm adding 1, I'm adding 1 to that spot. So this will actually be 100. Okay. Questions on that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Hello, Michael. All right. Okay. Okay. It does get harder than this. Math test definitely gets harder than this. Uploads, yes. How late are you? You're not that late. We just kind of like got started a little bit with some placement, so you'll be all right. Okay. Do I do online tutoring? Yes, I do. So you just have to just check out my bio, okay? Check out my profile. All right. So while we're here, let's tap it up. Let's see if we can get to like 12K. Let's do it. Just like that one answer for number 11. Let's see if we can get to 12K and get them ready. Now, for those that are just coming in, hey, I'm doing a final push to save my home. I am short $500 for my mortgage. I know I come here. I've helped so many people with their GED as well as their ASVAB and then also college algebra. So if you're also taking a class and you need some assistance, go ahead and give me a little chitty chat, okay? All right, so anything that you can give, even to $1, that will be amazing. I will be perfectly fine with that. I have 7 days. 7 days, okay? I know. It's something weird about notifications. Oh, that's another thing. I got out of the business realm of TikTok. Now I'm just bringing it right back to personal. And I noticed that I'm able to see my people and also a lot of my friends on here too. So, yep, I've had to make that decision. All right, we reached our goal. Good job. Thanks, JB. Thank you for putting it in there. All right, look at you, monitor. There you go. All right, you would look at one's place. Feel like, so Daniel is answering a question. Did I miss it? If that was 86, would it have been 100 still? Yes, Sue Love, yes it would. Because if you're needing to put it as 100, you need to look at the 10 spot. And since your 10s is an 8, if it's a 5 and above, you give it a shove. You add 1 to that 100 spot. So it would be 100 still. All right. There we go. There you go. Let me make sure I got everybody. All right, thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay. Hey, Latoya, how are you? It's good to see you. All right, way to check in. Thank you. All right, so now let's take a look at this next section. So they said in each of the following pairs, which number is greater? So we should be able to fly through this really quickly, okay? So which number is going to be greater? So for 14, which one's greater? Put it in there. Let's see. Okay, I'm getting better. I have a dry basement right now, so life is good. So we got Antonia with 100, Kaya with 100, Emily 100, Daniel 100. Say what? Oh, you're doing the next one. Okay. So Jess 100. Yes, the greater than symbol. Good job. Nice, Michael. Lovely done. Yes, Janice. Good. There we go. Silver, good job. Love it. All right. So we got our 100. So for 15, which one's larger? 339 or 341? Let's see if we can rack these out. Bang, boom. There we go. So careful, Emily. Careful. Because you're saying 339 is larger, is greater than 341. Watch that. So Daniel, 341. Jess, 341. Hey, thank you for sharing the live, Chloe. Okay, Silver, 341. Janice, 341. No problem. No apologies. Just want to make sure that we got it right. There you go, Michael. There it is with the less than symbol. All right, you got me on the next one, Antonia. Okay, Kaya, you got the less than. 341 is larger. Awesome. Good. All right. 16, which one is greater? 1,099 or 1,145? Look at this. Yes, there you go. There it is. Good. Silver, good. Joseph, nice. Jess, there you go. Daniel, yes. Okay, so you're saying that's less than that. There you go. Kaya, good. Janice, good. Emily, nice. Good job, guys. All right. Then 17, which one's greater? Okay, nice. We got Silver. Yes. Lala, thanks for sharing the live. Here we go. Jess, there it is. Okay, Kaya saying greater than. Yes. There you go, Daniel. Good. Yup. No, just refreshing, Austin. Just refreshing. Okay. Yes, you got this. Good. Antonia, you got this. Okay. You just have to keep going. Keep pushing, keep going. That's what we're all doing right now. Same thing I'm doing for my lovely house. Okay. So if you guys can, I'm going to keep putting this shameless plug each and every time. And this is what happens when you are out at night. There you go. Okay. All right. So anything you can give, if it's $1, that will be amazeballs. It looks easy, but we can still make mistakes. There it is. So when you're taking these tests, please do not rush yourself through this. You have roughly, and if you're doing the GED, you have roughly like 1 minute and 15 seconds per question. That's a long time, especially if you get a question like this, you're going to rack them out. Now, another thing I want you to know, that all the questions are not scored exactly the same. You're going to have some 1-point questions, 2-point questions, 3-point questions, and 4-point questions. The 4-point questions really deals with the algebra. So a lot of the 1-point questions are going to be questions like these. Okay, so if you can go with the algebra, if you can do a little bit of finding slope, the equation of the line, system of equations, be able to go from standard form to slope-intercept form with your equations, and also factoring, those are those 4-point questions. If you can get a few of those and you do well with the 1- and 2-point questions, you can pass the GED. Yes, you can. Believe the hand, man. Believe the hand. Okay, so you need a rerun on the 4-point questions? All right, So don't worry, I might be able to do those on here because I'm going to be coming on here until I reach my goal. I am really trying not to be in the streets. I cannot handle, I just do whatever I can do to stay off the pole, if you know what I mean. All right, so write these numbers in order from least to greatest. So we're not going to do all of these. Let's see if we can just handle, if I can get my other sheet of paper. Let's see if we can just handle just 18, 19, and 20. We don't need to beat a dead horse. Like, it's done, okay? You need to be proficient. Not this easy all the way, Highlander. Okay, so for 18, what do we got? So we got Daniel starts out with 18, 23, 39, 45. Okay, Janice, 18, 23, 39, 45. Jess, 18, 23, 39, 45. Silver, 18, 23, 39, 45. Michael, 18, 23, 39, 45. Nicely done. Good job. This taking too long? Why? Why did you feel that way? Okay. So now for 19, what do we have for 19? Okay, what's going on for 19? Okay. So how about this one? So Jess is saying 89, 91, 109, and 111. Okay, thank you for pinning the comments for me. I appreciate you. Okay, so Tanisha, well, hello, Tanisha, welcome in. So 89, 91, 109, 111. There you go. Silver, 89, 91, 109, 111. Daniel, 89, 91, 109, 111. Janice, 89, 91, 109, 111. Michael, 19. You're trying to make me crazy, Michael. What we got here? So 89, 91, 109, 111. All right. Awesome, guys. All right. So 120. That'll be fun. I know. He just loves to just pluck that nerve. But hey, that's what we got. Number 20, and then we're going to move on. Yeah, I got you. So Jess, yes, we got 909, 932, 1087, and then 1139. There you go. Good. Is it Empoma Studios? Please correct me if I got it completely wrong. But you got your answers correctly. There you go, Silver. There you go, Janice. All right, awesome, Jess. Not sure if I said that earlier. Okay. Welcome in, Karen. Here you go. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay, 21K Beast. Okay, so we have that, and that. Good job. Wait, hold on. Check out your third number. So it's 1080. You don't have to write the whole thing because that'll be crazy. Okay, thank you. You don't have to write the whole thing, just that one, and you'll be good to go. All right, nice. Empoma. All right, awesome. So we know how to go from least to greatest. We know how to do some rounding, okay? And we got our placement. So that is pretty awesome. Okay, so now let's kind of get with these last two right here so we can put this bad boy to bed. So when stacking items, the heaviest item should be placed at the bottom. Starting at the bottom, in what order should items weighing 45 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, and 48 pounds be stacked? Is it A, B, C, and D? Remember, they said starting at the bottom, and the heaviest is at the bottom. Okay. Okay, Kai is saying C. Jess is saying C. Okay. Patricia is saying A. Okay, Silver is C. Sav is C. Janice, okay, let's see. Mike is saying C. Good guys, way to come in. Alicia, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follows and the likes, guys. You guys are doing awesome. Okay, let's try to keep it going so this FYP can push everything out. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, Michael saying C. And Poma saying C. Okay, Aaron saying C. Okay, is it Lango is following? Thank you so much. Oh, some comments were filtered. What kind of nastiness is going on in the comments? What kind of freaking stuff going on? I know it's almost midnight, you know. All right, good evening to you. How are you? Miss hearing from you. Okay, so now remember, they're saying the heaviest item is going to be placed at the bottom. And they want us to start at the bottom. So right away, the first number should be 50. So that's why A and B is out. So now you narrowed it down to 2 choices. So the next one, so I'm starting from the highest down to the lowest. So if I go to 40, but I got 48 over here. So it should be 50, 48, 45, and 40. So my answer choice will be C. Okay. So it's going to be C. Because this went from 50 to 40, 45, and then to 48. Basically, these two should switched up. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, good. Don't want me to help with the likes. Oh, all right. Well, you know what? We're going to keep working. We're going to keep at it. All right, so 25. Here we go. Which of the following correctly shows 1,543,976 rounded to what? The nearest 100,000. Okay, is it A, is it B, is it C, or is it D? What do you think? Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate it, guys. Sharing live, make comments, follow, all of those shenanigans. Okay, here we go. Sorry, there was a delay. Let me see. There was one person. All right, so Daniel said B. Jess said C. Aaron. Hello, Aaron says B. We ballin'. Yeah. Says C. Gladys on Main Street says C. Michael says C again. Silver says B. Baby, how you doing? All right, you're saying C. Oh, it skipped over some people. Here we go. Okay. Oh, all right. So wait, there's a couple changes. All right. So Allie's saying C. Forever saying C. Daniel meant to say C. Aaron saying C. Canadian Kangaroo saying C. Hey, welcome. Gladys again C. Patricia saying C. NY, yes, saying C. Baby girl C. Yana C. Everyone C, 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 C. All right, Easy C. Okay, not Easy E. Rest in peace, bro. Okay, because the 4, that's what Daniel is saying. So if I'm going to the nearest 100,000, all right, 3 is at the 1,000, 100,000 is the 5. But if I want to round to that, I need to look at the previous spot. If it's a 5 and above, I'm going to give it a shove. That means I'm going to add 1 to that 5. But if it's 4 and below, that means 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm just going to leave it alone. So that means I'm going to have just the 1,500,000. So answer choice is C. Okay. All right. All right, Purdy, it's not going to, yeah, so it's not rounding to the nearest million. it's rounding to the nearest 100,000. So you have to look at the 10,000 in order to make your decisions. Michael, as usual, thank you so much for the gifts. I greatly appreciate it. So, any kind of thing that you want to give, if we can tap. So before we get to the next part, again, and I'm going to keep plugging away, anything you can give, okay? If you want to make sure that I'm legit, if you want to message me, you can just send me a direct message, and then I will respond back to you, okay? Because I don't like to play games with people. I don't like to play games and play with people's emotions. That is not my forte, okay? And I know a lot of people, sometimes they will be doing that. All right? So let's see if we can tap it up to let's see, what will be a good number. Let's say around 23. Is that possible? There's 101 of us in here. Can we get it to 23K? Is that possible? 59K? Why not? That would be an amazing goal. I think the highest I've received in a live was 35. So, hey, if we want to shoot for the stars, let's do it. All right, let's see if we can get it all the way up there. All right, awesome. All right, push myself. Okay. You guys want to take me to 54? All right, that's what we're going to do. That's our goal. So, all right, I listen to the people. I will listen to the people. Here we are. All right, so again, really getting with some of the basic concepts. A lot of these are basically 1 point, maybe some of the subtraction, especially if there's more than 3. Well, really, if there's more than 2 digits, they will consider that close to a 2-point question. But we got to make sure we get those 1 and 2 point questions. So when we tackle a couple of the 4-point questions, we don't have to do a whole heck of a lot. Okay. So that's what our goal is. All right, so adding and subtracting. Now, if they ever give you a situation like this, let's make it simple for ourselves. I know nowadays they'll give you a whiteboard. Years ago, it used to be paper, but, paper's expensive. So they probably just say, let me give people a whiteboard. If they give you a question like this and it's horizontal, make sure you stack it up to make it vertical. All right. So what I mean by vertical is what's going on down here. All right. So copy of these questions. You can. I probably can. Tap it away. Yes. Yeah. If anything, just message me just to remind me, M. Elizabeth. Okay? Have to stay later for us to keep. Yep. That means you're stuck with me, Michael. All right. So for number 1, we have 54 plus 23. I know everyone's like, oh, this is so easy. But here's my thing. When you're taking a test, especially a test that you really want to pass, all of a sudden your brain just goes pluh. And you're just like, it was so easy. I don't know how I got it wrong. Because you were just thinking too hard. So you always want to start with the ones. So that's the 4 and the 3. So 4 plus 3, that gives me 7. And I don't have anything to carry because it's not more than 10. Then I have my 5 plus 2. That also gives me 7. So for the first one, we have 77. Are we going to do this whole entire paper? Probably not. But we are going to skip around. And you let me know how things are going. All right? Good. All right, so number 1, yes, Fifi's got 7. Yes, Janice, there you go. All right? So, when we take a look at, I want to skip to number 7. Okay, I want to skip to this one. Now, this is those type of questions that people get stuck. So we're not used to seeing 100s, okay? Now, 100 minus 57. There are times that people are just like, well, I know I need to borrow, but I can't borrow from 0. So what do I do? So you have the 1. You can borrow from the 1 to make this into a 10. After you get the 10, oh, thank you for the money guns. After you get the 10, you can borrow from the 10, make it into a 9. And since you're borrowing into the tenths, that's why that 0 is now going to turn into a 10. So it's really going to be 10 minus 7, which gives me 3. And then 9 minus 5, which gives me 4. Okay, so you want to borrow all the way. Yes, all the way from the 1. So now you borrow and make that 1 go into a 0, but now this is not a 0, now that's a 10. Then you borrow from this 10 to make it a 9 and make that last 0 into a 10. Okay, so let's see how we're doing. We're doing good. How you could add 3 to both numbers and then subtract. What do you mean add 3 to both? Oh, you want to do that way? If you want to have fun, do it that way, sure. Okay, I graduated with my GED this year. I just want to say, if you're going for it, you got this. Good. I love the positivity. Thank you for saying that. Okay, baby, thank you for the cap. I appreciate it. Yep, keep pushing. Got you. Yes, Janice, tap away. Thank you. All right, so that's the one thing. Don't give up. And do not let this test define who you are. This is just something that you need to get over to prove that you can do this, and you can. Okay, trust me, you can. All right, so now I'm going to skip to number 4. Okay, I'm going to go to number 4. Let me slide that over for you. All right. Any ASVAB questions? A lot of these questions are on the ASVAB. Okay, just because I'm not putting like a military spin on it, it's on there. And then plus I got some other stuff on there, especially distance and time. That's coming up for tonight too. Okay. Okay. Oh, God is Good's here? Yes. Okay, good. -1 from each, and you don't have to borrow. Okay, that'll work, L. Thank you. Okay, all right. So, we have our 55 minus our 19. So, Kaya is saying 34. Emma is the 52 and the 190 for which ones? Is that for 3 and 5? Because I skipped over to 4. Okay, good. Yes, let's keep pushing. A dart player who was bad at math in school got better with it, but testing my brain. Okay. Okay. So we're saying 36. I'm seeing 35. I'm seeing, okay, 36. I know. Well, I don't know what part of the world you're in, but it's almost midnight. So how many add to subtract? Not too many. We're almost done. All right. So here we go with the 55. Let me borrow from that 5 to make into a 4. And then that 5, you're making to a 15. So I'm seeing some 35s. I'm seeing some 36s. I'm seeing 44s. Okay, you meant to say 36. Got you. Right? So we're saying 36s. We're seeing 46s. Number but 6. Okay. I know. It's that time of night, right? So if we're taking a look, you got your 6, and then 4 minus 1, that'll give you your 3. Okay? How many add to subtract to get the answers? How many add to subtract to get the answers? Oh, how many examples I'm about to do? Or I'm trying to get it, Horseman. Maybe I'm just a little dense because it's almost midnight. I'm working on 3 hours of sleep. And after I leave here, going to the gym. How many people? To add to subtract to get the answer. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'm not sure. All right. Adds a number to the equation and subtract to make it easier. It's easier for you. Do it. Guys, seriously. I don't know if you can tell by the hand, but I'm 53 years old, right? Basically. Right? So I'm just used to like old school. And plus I've never taught like elementary. So if you feel like it's easier doing that way, Horseman, do it, man. Do whatever makes it easier. You got the 57? Awesome. Okay? Do what makes it easy for you. What excellent. Because that's the one thing. There's more than one way of getting the same answer. Right? So I am never going to be like, I want you to do it this way and this way only. No, because I know there's always multiple ways of getting the same answer. Okay? Always do what's good for you. All right? All right. So we are going to just do a couple of these. One of them, I want to do number 15. And I want to do, it's going to go for 20. 15, 20, 12. And let's do 13. Why not? We'll throw that in there. Okay, so 13, 15, 12, 13, 15, and 20. So let's start with 12. All right, so 378 minus, you can't even see 12, can you? So 378 minus 85, okay? What's my answer? And put it in the chat. Okay, I can go back to number 8 after this. Is that okay? Okay, so right now, number 12. Let's see what you get. All right, so we got 293. Okay, 370. No problem. Okay, disregard. Okay. Now, is it Micah? Micah, right? For the 293. Emma, 293. Horseman, 293. Kaya, 293. I need to go to bed. Go. It's okay. You can definitely catch me later in the morning because I'll be up. And you can definitely catch me like tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. I'm going to be just basically going live until I can get all this stuff done. Okay. All right, good. All right, now I'm going to stay until the end. To the end! We're going to drive it out. Okay, so yes. All right, all of a sudden, what's going on with these numbers? I'm not seeing too many answers. So the 293. Good job. All right, try number 13. The sweet African voice. Nice name. Like, what do you like? Do you guys just sit around and be like, you know what? Let me see. What can I put? You're busy tapping. Okay. So 483. Wow, you guys are busy tapping. Look at all this. So 483. We got for Janice. 483 for Kaya. There you go. Yes, Jess. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, all right. Well, thank you, Horseman. Hey, don't be a stranger. Just if anything, just always come on in. More than welcome. All right, keep it clean. Love that. So we got 483. Okay, don't forget to share if you can. All right, awesome. All right, so yes, everything is basically 3 digits, right? So it's easy to line her up. So all we have is our 483. Okay. Yes, this is my second live today. Yep. And then plus we had the coursework today. So I've been really busy. And then GoFundMe. Did you know they take like 40% of the money? I was very shocked. Very shocked. All right, number 15. So 2,095 plus 324. What do we have? Someone doing math for fun? I know, right, Jay? So we got 2419. That's crazy. I know, right? No, they don't. Cash App, if you leave it in there, like when you're about to do a transfer, it could be like to 2, sometimes 3 days. So, and then you won't be charged a fee. So that's what I'm shooting for. So 2419, yes, tag, let's guys, yes, 59K, that's what we're shooting for. Look at this, 40.3, man, tapping fiends, keeping it clean, yes, 2419, 3, man, tapping fiends, keeping it clean, yes, 2419, okay. All right, let's try this again. Okay. All right, so what did we say? 2419, good. All right, and lastly, well, not lastly, but let's try number 20. So 44,789 minus 13,890. So, and then for people that are just kind of like, hey, this is fun, this is cool, this is all this. Remember, if you are taking the GED, you cannot use a calculator. Okay, so I know it's cramping up. I appreciate you, Michael. Keep it going. Thank you, JB. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right. So like, don't forget to like line her up. So if you ever get it horizontally like this, so like, don't forget to like line her up. So if you ever get it horizontally like this, make sure. Oh yeah, the devil is working overtime on me. I don't know what it is about me. I don't know what the devil wants. I don't know. It's all kinds of crazy. All right. Oops. Here we go. And then we have our 13,890. So we have 30. So we got our 9. Bar from the 7 to make that in 6 is 18. That'll be a 9. Bar from the 4, make that in 3. Now that 6 is a 16, so that'll be 8. Then we have our 0 from 3 minus 3, and then 4 minus 1 is 3. So if you had 30,899, okay, so Kai got it, Janice got it. All the typing fiends is going on. Okay. This is awesome. Good. All right. I think for the most part, I think for this one, I did say I was going to go back to 6 and 8. So I'm going to do that as promised. All right. So for 8, we got the 2,500 minus the 383. So I can't borrow from the first or the second 0. So that means I need to go to the next digit over. That's the 5. If I want to borrow from the 5 to make that into a 4, now I'm making this 0 into a 10. But in order to help that one out, I can make this into a 9 and make this last 0 into a 10. So 10 minus 3, that gives me my 7. 9 minus 8, that will give me 1. 4 minus 3, that will give me 1. And we didn't do anything to the 2, so if I didn't break it down, I'm going to bring it down. Yes. So 2,117. Good. Right. Okay. And then I think this one was for you, Janice, for number 6. So we're starting all the way to the ones. Okay, starting all the way to the ones. We have 6 plus 2. That gives me an 8. Then you have 8 plus 9. So 8 and 8 gives me 16. Plus 1 more is 17. So I drop down the 7 and push over the 1. So now 6 plus 3, that gives me 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. Carry that 1. And then 2, 3, and 4. So don't let the large numbers throw you off. You're still going to do the same process. Okay, we're still going to do the same process. So that was 4,078. 4,078. Keep saying and. All right. Thank you so much for the follow and sharing the live. I greatly appreciate that. Okay, greatly appreciate that. Montoya, Maria Montoya, got you. Thank you, Michael, for the gifts. I appreciate it. All right, so we're almost at 50. What? It's 83 of us. Let's see if we can do a mad. Is that prison, Mike? Almost for a second, I was like, wait, hold on. Okay. Mad tap, mad tap, mad tap. All right. Awesome. So anything to tell these people that we are here. Yes. Oh, we already surpassed the record for me. Remember, my record was like 35. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. As always, if anything, if you check out my profile, you can figure out there's a whole bunch of courses that I'm doing. There's a whole bunch of things that can better support you. So just let me know. Again, if you can, I appreciate the taps or anything. But if you can, let's see if we can do at least $1. I got 7 days. And I'm trying to remain calm because I know the Lord's going to help me. Okay? But here we go. Yes. Almost there. All right. So what we are doing this time. Okay, we have different types of philosophies when it comes to distance and time. So, okay, we're at like 53 right now. Okay, I love how everyone's like, push, tap, tap. I got cramp. Sooner, sweetheart. Thank you so much for the follow. User, yeah, all that. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm doing this tonight. I had problems with this on the test. Not a problem. Okay, so let's work on the distance problems, okay? So we can see it as your distance is equal to your rate times time. Some people may show it like this. So this is your distance, this is your rate, this is your time, okay? So if I want to find the distance, I can cover that up, and then I notice that rate times time. If I want to find time, that means I cover up the t, and now I have my d and my r, my distance divided by my rate. If I'm looking for the rate, that means I'm looking at my distance divided by time. So if you can kind of, it's going to be memorization. If you can kind of try to remember this lovely little triangle, you'll be able to do any kind of distance or rating, and you don't have to guess, to see, is it going to be multiplication or is it going to be division? So here's the easiest. If you notice, all of them, except for when you're looking for D, your distance is always over something. Okay, if you're looking at for your rate or your time, the distance is always being divided by something. But if you're looking for the distance, you're going to multiply the rate and the time. Okay, so now, oh, we're getting really close. You know, once we get this, it's going to be like, I'm going to be thinking every time, let's do more. Okay. In a way, it does. Yes, it does. It does. Okay. C-Mac, how are you? How's things going? I haven't seen you forever. Okay. So let's worry about this side first. All right. So if you're given the distance and the time, so that means you're solving for the rate. So your formula is going to be distance over time, okay? If you're given the rate and the time, you're solving for distance. Look at you. You guys are almost at the 59. Look at you. Push yourself. Are you ready to celebrate? Woohoo! Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Good job, guys.
That was easy.
That was easy. You guys with the money guns. Thank you for the money gun. Yes, we made it. So now is everybody going to shut it down? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the rose and the gifts. Money guns, rainbows. Yeah, JB. See? This is why I come on TikTok. This is the exact reason why I'm always on TikTok. People are always like, oh, you should do more on Facebook. Why? I get nothing from them. You guys are the ones that set the tone. You guys put a goal out there for me. I didn't even do anything, but you guys set the goal, right? And this is why I come on TikTok. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. Oh, goodness. I've been so emotional for how many days? I just can't get emotional right now. I'm just too blessed tired. All right. So now, if they give you the distance and the rate, that means you're solving for time. And then the formula for that will be your time equals your D over your R. Okay, so your distance is always going to be the numerator unless you're looking for it. If you're looking for it, that means you're multiplying your rate and your time. So let's take a look. Okay, and then we can finish up. Michael's probably like, no. Until I leave? Oh, okay. Doing midnight math? We are. We are doing midnight math, and she's probably on right now as we're speaking. All right, so find the total cost of 4 flats of plants at $12 each. Okay, so that's total cost. But here's my thing. That's not what I want, because that's total cost. That's over here. Since we talked about distance, let's stick with distance before I get with total cost. Here we go. Find the distance traveled by a car averaging 60 miles per hour for 3 hours. So if they say find the distance, so remember your distance is your rate times time. Okay. What's my answer for number 12? What's my answer for number 12? So we're finding the distance. Oops, got a little crazy. So we're finding the distance. Okay, so we got 180. Michael, 180, 180 miles. Okay, and remember, if you're not sure, you got a question mark. So at least I have an idea so I know if I have to re-explain. Okay. All right. So the reason why we're looking for distance, we got our rate. They told us the rate. Anytime it says something per something, that's your rate. Okay. Like 8 months out of a year or something like that. So, and then the time is usually in hours, sometimes minutes. Okay. So when you multiply the 60 times the 3, you do get 180. So that'd be 180 miles. Okay. So find the distance. Travel by a train averaging 50 miles per hour for 4 hours. What's my answer for number 13? Okay. So we got 220. We got 200. Which one? 120. So we got 200. Janice got 200. Shannon has 120. Cher has 200. Okay. Now we got with the 200. There we go. Because we're looking at our rate, which was 50, times the time, which is 4 hours. 5 times 4 gives me 20. And then add the additional 0, which gives me 200. Okay, good. So it's going to be 200 miles. All right. So now here we go. How long does it take for the bus to travel 25 miles at an average rate of 25 miles per hour? Ooh. So it's not saying distance, it's saying how long does it take. So we're looking at time, right? Okay, walking at different time. So if we're looking for time, remember time is going to be your distance over your rate. Okay. So the bus traveled 25 miles. That's your distance at an average rate of 25 miles per hour. So that altogether will give me one what? One what? There you go, Jess. Okay, so my R is going to be this 25 miles per hour. That's going to be my rate. Okay, good. JB, good. Keep it clean, good. Michael, good. Okay. Janice, good. Sorry, I almost skipped over you. Sorry. Over IT. Okay. All right, Michael's yes. All right. So that will give us our 1 hour. All right, let's see if we can do 2 more and then we'll call it a night. Okay, we'll call it a night. And then I'll just see you in the morning, see you in the afternoon, see you in the evening again. Because I need this final push. If you know of anyone that could benefit, maybe even those that are taking like community college courses and they need assistance with tutoring, I can take whatever I can take. Well, maybe not forever, but you know, for at least a short amount of time. Some assistance is better than no assistance at all. Okay, so let's skip to number 16. Okay, how long does it take to complete a delivery route of 75 miles at a rate of 25 miles per hour? So again, they're asking how long does it take? So again, we're looking at time. So what do you guys think? Okay, Cher's saying 3 hours. Okay. Keep it clean. It's tapping like a fiend. All right. So if we're talking about 75, that's the distance. We have 75 miles over the rate of, okay, they tell us the rate of 25 miles per hour. So 75 divided by 25 gives me 3. Okay, that will give me 3. Good, 3 hours. All right. You would say that, Banks. You did that and you got a decimal. Did you do 25 over 75, Janice? All right. Yes, okay, that's what it is. So remember your distance, which they told you complete a delivery route of 75 miles. So the 75 miles, your distance is always going to be in the numerator, and then the rate will be in the denominator. Okay. All right. So now for the last one, a truck driver traveled 275 miles in 5 hours. What was his average speed in miles per hour? Okay, so Kia saying D, Cher saying D, Michael, number 18, you can cross out A, B, and C. Yes, I could, especially A. My goodness. All right. Ridiculous speeds, right? Who is traveling that fast? Okay. Is there any geometry today? Not today. Not today. And I think what I'm going to do, I was talking to my friend Miss Taylor. I think a lot of you guys know her from Impact Math. It was such a great conversation. Love her. And I think what I'm going to do is like actually have a list of what exactly I'm going to be talking on the lives. And then you can choose if you want to come to the live or you just want to sit this one out. Okay? But I tried to hit on a lot of the basic concepts, so it's not going to be to overthrow you. Okay? Right? Oh, good. Well, Sherry, so far you looked pretty good from here. For a person that's horrible at math. So if my job is to help convince you that you can do it, awesome. Challenge accepted. All right. Nice job. I know. Look at all these taps, man. Woo! Making it out. Okay, guys. So I am going to wrap up. This is basically from here on in. I know I have my own math notebooks and I have some other like courses and all that stuff, but I really want to get to the point where I can save my home. Either you want to sponsor another student that is either needing help with maybe they're going to maybe they're going to a community college and they need help and they're taking college algebra. You can sponsor someone to help them with their tutoring, as well as you're helping me with me saving my home. All right. So if you have questions of like, what am I doing and how am I doing this, go ahead and just DM me and I will be very transparent of what exactly is going on. But I don't want to kind of sugarcoat too much. But at the same time, I greatly appreciate that you guys are here. Thank you for tapping. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. And just tolerating me. Right? I'm looking at that. Like over 75K? My goodness. Yes. Thank you all. All right. So I need for everybody to come back tomorrow afternoon. And tomorrow night. Yep. So the more that I can get back into the algorithm, the better it is. Oh, I will. Michael, I always do. I always do. Because all these milestones are just amazing. Now, there is going to be one thing, just in case you ever want the replays, this is where you can go to get the replays. Okay? I have this already set up. So if you want the replays and you know it's going to be like, all right, I'm not going to really need this year or this month, but I know in a couple months I really want to look at that. So just subscribe over here and you'll be good to go. All right. Oh, that's the thing. All right, so what time tomorrow? So tomorrow is Wednesday. Originally, I was thinking about 11 a.m., but I'm going to change that because I do have clienteles. So I was thinking like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, as well as possibly like around 10 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Eastern Standard Time. All right. Copy chart. So you can copy chart. What chart? Oh, this thing up here? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, okay. Top of the page. Got you. Because I was like, what chart? Here we go. Okay. All right. Awesome. Good. All right, guys. So we're going to be continuing on with the basics of getting a little bit of geometry mixed up in with our getting things ready for that GED. All right, so zoom out. Okay, what happened? Did it get too crazy? So if anything, I will talk with you later today, considering it's after midnight. And 1, thank you so much for the taps. I greatly appreciate that. So I guess tomorrow night's goal is going to be 100K, right? Is that what we're doing? Right? Yeah, I see. 80K. Thank you. See you tonight. Okay. Perfect. All right. Perfect. All right. Does anyone have any questions for me? Any comments? Like, this was a big waste of my time. No? Okay. Yes? All right. 100K. I can definitely do that. 100K tomorrow. That means as soon as you come in, just tap away. And it really was fun. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. Have a lovely evening or morning, and I will see you guys later on the AM. All right. Take care. Bye now.